Hans Wormhat, I want to talk about shooting hoaxes. I mean, just psyops in general, but talking mostly about this hoax because it's a current event. Some Texas church shooting. 5 fast facts you need to know. If people come at you and they say, "Oh, this is a true story. This is a true story." I know it sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Or they have to tell you, "Oh, these are facts." The truth stands for itself. You don't have to say that it's the truth. You just say it and it's the truth. And I mean, think of all the, "Oh, this movie is based off of a real story," and they make things real just by saying it's real over and over and over again. But just because somebody says, "Oh, here's 5 fast facts," that doesn't mean anything. And of course, they're always going to be inverted, strange neck, not even a neck, slope shoulders. Just FTM, they're always going to be all the actors, they're eunuchs. And this is a scene from the shooting, the Psyop. Jack Wilson, the security volunteer who quickly shot the Texas church shooter at West Freeway Church of Christ, stopping him and likely saving many lives, is a former reserve deputy sheriff who was the longtime owner of a firearms training academy. What do you know? The person who ended up shooting him was a retired sheriff and owned a gun store. The gunman died at the scene after being shot. And the word "the scene," it's like a acting thing. Wilson and another parishioner reacted within seconds and are being called heroes for their quick thinking response. Was it a quick thinking response, or were they ready and waiting? Did they know that this was going to happen? Were they putting on a show? Is this Masonic theater, street theater? Wilson, 71, is it gets even better. There's motive even to fake it. And a lot of times people are like, "Oh, well, why would they fake it? Why would they fake it? What's the point of faking?" They don't need a reason to perform a psyop. They just have fun making stuff up, selling people stories. They don't need a reason to lie. A liar doesn't need a reason to lie. I say this about habitual liars all the time, that they will lie to you about what they ate for lunch. There's no reason to it. And they love doing these big psyops and spooky ones where people die. Yeah, they love it. Becoming new people. It just because it doesn't make sense to you doesn't mean that other people don't do it. It's the same thing with people that are like, "Oh, because I think that numerology and hand signs are stupid, therefore nobody out there takes it seriously." Some people act like that. "Oh, stop paying attention to the numbers. But the point is that, yeah, personally, I think that paying attention to numbers and number coding and color coding, I know that that stuff is really stupid. That doesn't mean that I ignore it. And so, yeah, let's just read through this. Wilson shared his account of what happened on Facebook page for his campaign. Oh, so this person's campaigning for county commissioner in Hood County. What do you know? This person is running for office, and now they're a hero. Saying that he had to take out an active shooter in church. Have you ever wondered why they always call it active shooter? The shooter's no longer active. This person's making a Facebook post after the fact. So why are they still calling it an active shooter? It's not like this person is a journalist. Why are they talking like they're on the news or something? Active shooter, active shooter. There's point to calling it active shooter. They're actors, acting. Active shooter. They're acting. People filled the post with comments declaring Wilson an American hero. "Prayers for you, Jack. That's a tough thing you had to do today, but you acted quick." So here's a response, somebody that knows that it's all an act. Who says that? Thank goodness you acted quick. Who talks like that when there's a situation like this? True American hero. Again, this goes in with the idea of, if something's true, you don't have to keep calling it true over and over and over again. A true American hero. And guess what? They're a fraud, just like all the other ones. Act. This is one of the definitions of act. Perform a fictional role in a play, movie, or television product. To perform a part or a role. To behave so as to appear to be or pretend to be. To act. Active shooter. They're pretending. The church shooting was captured on the church's live stream on YouTube. You can watch a version of the video with the innocent victims blurred out above. It shows the gunman stand up and speak to a church official before shooting 2 people. Why, if you're a crazed gunman that's just going to go in killing people, why are you going to stop and speak to an official first? That doesn't make sense. However, he gets immediate return fire before more people in the packed congregation could be hurt. It all unfolds in seconds as screams ring out in the church. Maybe some of you have seen the video. It all does happen very quickly. In my opinion, yeah, it's just blanks. They're just putting on a show, putting on a production. It all happens really quick because they don't, maybe somebody in the congregation is carrying and they don't want that person to actually shoot the shooter. So it all happens so quick. And of course they're going to be like, oh, what a hero. You have lightning fast reaction time. But the truth is that this is just a play that they just played out for everybody. I just want to thank all who have sent their prayers and comments on the events of today. The events of this church put me in a position that I would hope no one would have to be in, but evil exists, and I had to take out an active shooter in church. Again, they said active shooter. In their mind, their Kabbalistic system, that's like a loophole out. In their mind, they're like, well, I said that it was just an active shooter, so it's like their karmic loophole. Well, you're dumb for thinking that this is all real because they even told you 5 times that they were acting. Mike Tinius, a church elder, told the Fort Whatever Telegram that the gunman had drawn the attention of the church security team because of his appearance, but he didn't elaborate. ABC News reported that the shooter was wearing what appeared to be a fake beard. Again, elements of fakery in the story. And of course, yeah, it's just like it's a disguise. But if you're going in guns blazing, do you really need a disguise? If you're just going into a church to kill people, what is a disguise going to serve? A fake beard? I just talked about this in my last video. They like to have fake things in the story. The London thing that just happened, the London Bridge, with the ridiculous fake narwhal tusk. Narwhals are not real animals. The London Bridge thing, they had a fake explosive vest. They like having fake things as a part of their psyops. Wilson revealed on Facebook that he's the owner of this firearms place. I picked this screenshot just because this thing. Yeah, however, the page has not posted since 2016 when the facility burned to the ground. Oh, what do you know? This person who's now running for county commissioner, and now they're this amazing hero, they own a firearm place that burned down in 2016. Why does a firearm place burn down? And they say it's an electrical fire. Okay, sure. Nobody believes you. Okay, I just picked this because it shows that this person is a part of the community. Definitely a pillar of the community. Very Masonic. Been in the business for a long time. Small business owner for 30 years. If you're a natural human, your city is Masonic. They only rent out to other Masons. And have you ever wondered why there's those businesses that stick around for decades and you've never seen anybody in there? And if you go in there, they're rude to you. Yeah. You live in a Masonic fake Disneyland world. He added that he also served as Hood County Reserve Deputy Sheriff. I continue to work with federal, state, and local levels of law enforcement. So, yeah, in the club. Definitely in the club. Performing a psyop. Another man wrote, I'm not in your region or area, but that shot from across the room on a moving target was legendary. If I were in your district, you'd have my vote. That's the whole idea. And it is a legend. Stuff of legends. It's just a tale. It's a story. He didn't actually shoot anybody. It was just a play. They had blanks in the guns. Added another comment writer, the marksmanship and emotional fitness you displayed was outstanding. Another wrote, I think it's safe to say you'll win that county commissioner race after what happened yesterday. There you go. That's a motive right there. And I just put this in because it's not something that I've heard most people I don't think know about this Yahweh rules 2 thing. And the relevance that I think it has because, okay, I'll just say what this is really quick. Yahweh rules 2, shill, FTM. You can just see here the slope shoulders, the no neck, how they're pudgy. And this was just a shill trying to make the transvestigation community look crazy. They had videos about demonic squirrels following them around. In real life, they had a car that they covered the outside of their car with everybody's a tranny, tranny, tranny all over their car. Right? Like regular humans don't act like this. We don't show our power level to our neighbors. That's insane. So this person's a patsy, whatever. But this Yahweh Rules 2 character allegedly went into a pizza shop, I think, something like that, and allegedly shot up somebody. But it's just a small time psyop. The point that I want to make with this, small time Masons will do these shooting psyops. This Yahweh Rules 2 thing, just a bunch of BS. They want to push the agenda of, oh, people who think everybody's a tranny also think that squirrels are out to get them and they're going to go shoot up places. It's just a psyop. And small time people will do shooting psyops. All you have to do is know the deputy in the area. If you know the deputy in the area, it'll just all get swept under the rug. I mean, here's just a thought I had. Let's say, I mean, is it illegal? Is it illegal to use blanks and perform a psyop on people? If nobody wants to press charges, is it illegal? And yeah, I don't know. As reported by the DFW scanner account on Twitter, multiple units responded to an active threat. Again, with the word active, it's a play, it's an act. Church security subdued the suspect. The suspect was later confirmed as dead. Very convenient. They were working on figuring out the shooter's motive. There is no motive. It's just a play. He described the man as a relatively transient. How can you be relatively transient? I don't know what that means. But it's a trans word. So it's a member of the trans community, surely. Person with roots in the area. The shooter also had a criminal record and had been arrested multiple times in various cities. It's a lot of times for these psyops, and okay, I'm not one to talk about gang stalking or, okay, maybe shills is the better idea. A lot of shills are people with criminal pasts, and I don't know, I guess people know that they're shady, so they get recruited to do these shady things. And so it is very possible that this transient person does have a criminal record and has been arrested multiple times, and now they're just doing an acting gig. The shooter who has not been identified, that he appeared to have walked into the church and sat down. He got up, pulled out a shotgun, and fired. Like, why, if you were just coming in to shoot random people, why would you come in, sit down, get up? They said that he talked to a security guard and then started. They just had to make sure that people knew, okay, it's acting time to act. Tiffany Wallace, who witnessed the shooting, described the gunman as a white man with a fake beard and black hair who was wearing a trench coat. What is a transient person? Where does a transient person get a fake beard? The guy just stood up from the pew, turned toward my dad, and I guess he shot at the security guard, Tiffany continued. I ran toward my dad, and the last thing I remember is him asking for oxygen. Who says that? If you're bleeding out, you would say something like, I love you. I guess this person was supposed to be a nurse, so maybe they're trying to tie that into it. The last thing they remember is the dad asking for oxygen. Okay, nobody says, you would say, like, I can't breathe. You wouldn't say, I need oxygen. And I was just holding him, telling him I loved him and that he was going to make it. You just wonder why. How can someone so evil, the devil, step into the church and do this? Here's this Tiffany person, got low ears, got those drag queen eyebrows that are 2 inches above the eye. Tiffany said of her father, he is a hero to me. I'm just glad everybody's okay. And here you go. That's all you need to see. If your father just died, you don't say, I'm just glad everybody's okay. And of course, they follow it up with, I know my dad is up there with his sister, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. If your dad just got shot, you don't say everybody's okay. Even if you're like, well, my dad's up in heaven now. Just because your dad's up in heaven now doesn't mean that they're okay if they got shot. They're dead. They're not okay. But here, they're telling you the truth. Everybody's okay. Nobody got hurt. Jack Wilson left, and the scene of the Texas church shooting. A scene, the place where an incident in real life or fiction occurs. A sequence of continuous action in a play, movie, opera, or book. And scene. Right? God bless everybody. Jesus Christ is the Messiah. And just all this spooky Masonic theater, it's there to keep you scared. You're supposed to fear God and God's judgment, and that's it. And that's why so many of their psyops are fear-based mind control. God bless everybody.